Hong Kong's Belt and Road Summit 2018 was an opportunity for young business leaders to share their experiences and insights on opportunities emerging through the initiative. Melvyn Poon of Myanmar's Yoma Strategic Holdings Limited provided views on the country's and his company's involvement. Melvyn, Yoma Strategic Holdings is a conglomerate, therefore you cover a lot of activities. But how does that relate to the Belt and Road initiative in particular?
Myanmar is actually a very strategic part of the Belt and Road Initiative. We see ourselves perhaps playing a role in that. For Yoma Strategic itself, we are geared 100% into Myanmar. We are only investing in Myanmar. We are trying to build a number of leading businesses there. We are generally more focused on the consumer sector. So everything that we do touches the local consumer, so selling to them, servicing them, etc. The Belt and Road Initiative has been talked about as an infrastructure investment project in terms of adding a lot of the infrastructure, whether it's railway, roads, etc. But at the same time, it touches the consumer. So we're looking to see how we can provide financial services to consumer. We can provide food service or real estate, etc.
So quite a lot of this investment would come from China itself or from other, what you'd call Belt and Road countries?
We work with many countries. So we've been quite lucky to have funding from the likes of Asian Development Bank, IFC from the World Bank. But at the same time, a lot of our neighboring countries, Thailand, Singapore, have been extremely supportive. In fact, funny enough, China has been looking at many projects, but we actually don't have many funding projects from China yet. When you look at the Belt and Road Initiative, the interesting thing is that it's generally focused more on large-scale infrastructure. When you look at the local companies who are doing business in the local environment, sometimes these are not necessarily $1 billion roads that we're building. So sometimes we don't fully tap that potential. What we're seeing is that there's a lot of trades that will happen between, for example, Myanmar and China, and that will affect our consumer pattern. So for example, we just announced that we are doing a restaurant franchise with Little Sheep, which is a Chinese hot pot. I think that's just one of the many things that we'll see. We also see a lot of agricultural produce being sold into China, and also that is going to trigger a lot of the food processing that will be done. So rather than direct investment from China, I think just a trade with China would play a big role.
So where it comes to Hong Kong, would you see Hong Kong as being center to your supply chain as well?
I think so. So Hong Kong, Singapore are both hubs that we use a lot. When we look at financing, for example, we're listed in Singapore, but at the same time, a lot of our relationship is in Hong Kong.
And now, so looking really at the Belt and Road Summit 2018, would you see this as one of the sort of uplifting type of things that develops your business?
Absolutely. I think I have no doubt in my mind that in the next generation, the Belt and Road Initiative will be one of the most important initiatives in the region, but also in Myanmar. One of the biggest issues for Myanmar is the lack of infrastructure, and frankly, the lack of investment as well.
So, finally, what is your impression really of the Belt and Road Summit 2018?
I think bringing together so many parties together to share our views, I think that's very helpful.